This is Conditionals and Reasoning Day 3. We're going to talk about what is the converse, what is the inverse, and what is the contrapositive. Okay? Conditional statements. Remember, it's something with an if and something with a then, right? So what is a conditional statement? It is a if-then statement consisting of a hypothesis and a conclusion. Hypothesis? Hypothesis equals if. Conclusion is then. Okay? So what are the two parts of a conditional statement? Hypothesis and conclusion. If it rains before noon, then we will not play tennis. So if it rains before noon, the hypothesis is what comes after if it rains before noon. If it comes after then, it's the conclusion. We will not play tennis. Notice this P and Q over here. P is for hypothesis, Q is for conclusion. So what do you notice? Oh, hypothesis follows the word if, conclusion follows the word then. What? A P and a Q? What do those mean? A P, remember, is a hypothesis, and a Q is the conclusion. If P, the hypothesis, which is today is Monday, then tomorrow is Tuesday. All of that is Q, which is the conclusion. Add not. This little squiggly line right here, we're going to use for the word not. Okay? So if today is Monday, that is the hypothesis. Then tomorrow is Tuesday, that is the conclusion. Okay? What happens when I say, whoops, you already saw it. What happens if I already say this means not the hypothesis, then not the conclusion? What happens? This is what happens. If today is not Monday, then tomorrow is not Tuesday. Hi. Then tomorrow is not Tuesday. Okay? This is called the converse. If the conclusion, then the hypothesis. Okay? So all they did was take, instead of having if P then Q, they flipped it and changed it to if Q then P. Kind of easy, huh? If you are 13 years old, then you are a teenager. That's the original statement. The converse is when I flip it. This is what I use for flip, okay? If you are a teenager, then you are 13 years old. The inverse is when I use the word not, right? The opposite of what it's saying. If you are not 13 years old, then you're not a teenager. And the contrapositive is when I flip it and I use the word not. Okay? So I flipped it. I say if you're not a teenager, then you are not 13 years old. So try to remember these three things and what they mean by the P's and Q's. It's easier to do with the P's and Q's.